Our list today is crazy long. There's a ton of stuff that needs to get done with my car before tomorrow, and we're starting off the day with a little bit of a role reversal. Alberto is at my house editing, and I'm gonna go out to the garage and get started on the S13 so we can go pick up stuff. Because to pick up stuff, we need to do stuff first.
Oh, that's heavy.
No, we're not.
I picked up stuff.
We're not gonna do the clutch today. Another day. We do not have time to do the clutch today. So the lights that we installed yesterday, they stopped working. We're not electricians. I wish I was a little more detailed with the install of the new lights. That way you guys could tell us what we did wrong, because you're really good at that. All jokes aside, like you guys always find out what we do wrong. It's sick. I gotta close the garage door to keep all the AC in. While the car is up in the air, I'm going to do a little bit of an install, if you want to call it that. I got this B&M short shifter for Nicole's car when she had the SR. It's supposed to be better than the short shifter that I have in my car right now, which I don't really like because I have a hard time going from like third down in a second because it's just so short. There are two bolts that I learned that are very hard to get to, so I'm gonna get to them while my car is on the lift in the air. And then I'm also gonna pull off one of the studs because I've had a broken front stud in my car for some time. It's still enough to get a lug nut on, but it's kind of sketchy. So I need to pull that one off so I can go to the auto parts store and find a match for it. Don't know if you're able to see the gold outline of my short shifter up here. I believe there's two 12mm nuts up there. I don't really remember what size they are, but I'm gonna try 12 and see if it fits. It's very, very tight to get up in here. I can confirm that it is indeed a 12. Gloves is really important for this because it's just disgusting up here. I think you can get this from the top of the car. I'm pretty sure Jimmy actually helped me install this one and got it from the top of the car. But I had a hard time with Nicole's car, so I figured I'd just do it this way this time since it's probably the easiest way to do it. So they're both loose now, so I can lower the car and get at it from the top. So I've already got kind of the dash ripped apart, but we've got 4 10 mils that need to come out down here. And this greasy thing can come off. If you notice how kind of like greasy and messy this one gets from the fluid kind of coming out, the nice thing about this one is it has its own like little rubber boot. I probably should have had one on this, but it didn't come with one. I guess I just never put one on. But you can kind of see the short shift from first, second to third. Like it isn't really that much, so I'm hoping it'll be better with the other short shifter. There's 6 bolts on this. There are 2 up here that I already got from underneath the car. Not so good at lefty. Look at that. It's gonna be important when I'm putting the other one in to keep those 2 bolts in the front. That way they're in there because you can't really get at them from underneath the car. So in case you're wondering how a shifter works, that little thing on the bottom just goes in that hole and then moves it forward, back, etc. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a thin layer of like RTV of sorts or silicone around here if you don't have the stock gasket. That is the stock gasket, so I won't be needing RTV, which is good because it looks like it's still in pretty good condition. So I realized it's actually easier if I put this little bushing thing in first because I had a hard time getting the ball in with the bushing on it. So I'm kind of like setting this in place. And then what I'll do is I'll put the 2 bolts in this and then I'll kind of right like that. I'm gonna do the 2 underneath first since those are the hard ones. Look at that fresh new blue. 1 bolt found its hole. Good boy. Bolt number 2 found its hole as well. Good boy as well. Yay, I finished the part that I hate. Alberto's trying to get my broken stud out. When in doubt, use fire.
It helps expand the aluminum so it releases faster.
The cool thing about this wrench is once it runs out of power, you can use it just like a normal ratchet and just... I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's slightly longer throw, and third has a little bit more, I don't know, length to it. Whereas before it was so deep that sometimes I'd have a hard time going from second to third or from third to second. So we'll see how this is at the next time I drive. I gotta go pick up some silicone so we can silicone this in place, which will look really nice. I'm also gonna pick up an amplifier because my speakers have been sounding like garbage. Tried a new head unit, didn't really solve it. I think these speakers just need a little bit more output than what these head units are doing. Other than that, there's a couple other little things, but we gotta run some errands to go pick up stuff. Off to Walmart we go. Let's go get an amplifier. I think these green ones would look great on you, Alberto. They honestly don't look too bad. Never hurts to have some electrical tape on hand. All right, so we need a 4-channel amplifier. Oh, kicker, my favorite. Surprise, surprise, Walmart has a crappy selection and the only amps here are really dual that will work for us. So Alberto's explained to me the difference between peak and RMS, and essentially the fact that even though my head unit that I have right now might be putting out like, let's say 50 watts per speaker, it's really more like 20. My speakers can hold up to like 60 RMS. So we're gonna try to find maybe like a 600, 700 watt amp at like a Best Buy or something. If you've noticed the kind of way that I'm holding my camera curved on the shelf, it's supposed to make me look kind of artsy, like I know what I'm talking about a little bit more, and I'm cultured. Guys, look how sick that truck looks in the back window. Really digging it. Best Buy, aka the place that has a lot of stuff in inventory but is really overpriced and not a Best Buy. You might think I'm crazy for worrying so much about audio in like a race car, but I'm gonna be driving around town a lot and spending a lot of time in it this summer, and I like audio. It makes me drift harder. It's a bit more selection than Walmart. We came by because we're gonna go get lunch. I'm trying to get this thing. Alberto does not want me to get it. It's like a powered subwoofer that I can put right behind the seat. He wants me to get a big box, but I don't want a big box in the race car.
Like how about people spending $1,000 on a T28 turbo instead of on a GT30 or T3 turbos? Exact same thing. You spend a lot of money, but don't get a lot of points for it.
But I don't want to have a big obnoxious sound system. I just want to have a little bit of bass since I have none. And this is easy. It's powered. It'll fit behind the seat. I can get this to power the door speakers, and this will be good.
Little bit of bass. That's how much bass you're gonna get.
All right, we'll see.
You're gonna have to zoom into that.
Little bass.
It has really good reviews online, so I'm gonna give it a shot.
Alberto wants big bass.
Yeah. Oh, let's inspect this. Make sure it's not open.
Alberto, the man who does not eat vegetables, recommended that we go to a salad place.
To eat vegetables.
So you know it's gotta be good. It's gotta be good. I would never expect someone like Big Boost to eat at a place called Designer Greens.
He's trying to increase his energy.
So it's like a Subway of salads. Look at this salad. It spins. The salad came with a prize at the bottom of the bowl. I stabbed it with my fork and I thought it was like an anchor. So this is what we came back with. I know Kicker's probably not the best audio brand, but I'm impatient, so I just end up getting whatever the stores have. This right stuff is going to be used to put that little gauge plate in, which will work great. Cures fast. We have a new stud that we got at O'Reilly's. We just kind of matched it up. They let us look at all of them. We've got some cables, wiring kit, some duct tape. I mean, a lot of the stuff is just kind of random. Like I needed a new wheel socket and new wire strippers, and Taylor lost my 12 mil. But just like a good little run. I mean, we got fed, we got some product. Now I gotta go upload yesterday's video, and then we are, yeah. I see a Corvette in my driveway, so I think that is the man himself, Taylor Ray. Either that or a Taylor Ray imposter, because anyone who owns a Corvette is just trying to be like Taylor, just saying. The side skirt extensions make it look so much more aggressive.
Put the little mud flap things on because it makes it look like a grandpa.
No, dude, that looks sick. It almost looks carbon fiber.
You gotta look at them from like back here and see the money.
Dude, it looks so low.
Like right here, this is the money angle. Look at that.
Yeah, that looks sick.
Hot boy.
Taylor got some new seats. I tested it out just to see how it would fit. Literally perfect right behind the seat. I love it. So clean, so OEM, so fresh. It might be annoying to get out the gauges if I have to in the future, but black silicone is what is being used to hold the gauge plate in place. So this is the new head unit I'm putting in. Nothing special, just a Pioneer. The reason why I need to use it is because it actually has RCA outs, where my other one only had RCA outs for a subwoofer. So I've got it screwed in. I'm gonna go see how it fits. See if it looks good. See if I aligned it wrong.
So we're installing amplifiers on the car. The speakers were not sounding very good with the factory radio or the regular head unit that he has. So we're wiring in amplifiers. One amplifier is gonna be for the speakers, and then we're also wiring a subwoofer underneath the seat. So it's gonna have 4 powered speakers with amplifiers and a subwoofer, which will make the car sound with very good stereo quality.
Splicing in the remote signal that tells the amp to basically turn on, so it's not just powered on all the time. Believe it or not, this is the one thing that I actually have experience with. I had like a sweet subwoofer set up in my first E46, and it came out really nice. So like, I'm actually confident with anything speaker related.
Alright, so we gotta hand you the RCA cable so you can run them back with that too.
Yeah, we're just gonna run it underneath the console because we're gonna have the amp behind one of the seats. We're gonna have that powered sub enclosure behind the seats as well.
Then we have to choose if you're gonna run the power wire through this side right here, or on the other side? Well, the battery's on that side, so we should run it on that side.
Do you think we should put the amp behind, or sorry, do you think we should put the sub, which seat should we put the sub behind?
Just your seat.
Okay,
Fine.
yeah, I agree. That makes the most sense. So I could feel the bones.
You'll feel the
And then
vibrations.
we'll run the power cable on her side then, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. We are now heading to the place where my friend Tommy works to do an alignment on the car since we haven't aligned it properly after the new lower control arms. Alberto is riding shotgun. He's gonna help out. And we also have our temporary gauge plate fixing method, aka tape. It always makes it look so much worse than it actually is. No real hard issues with the car. Had to adjust the height a little bit. Real quick, we are checking to make sure my tires are balanced because I get this weird like shake in the front end. Like I said, nothing really notable, but one cool trick that I did kind of use for measuring height because I didn't have a tape measure that maybe will come in handy for you guys sometimes. I used a zip tie to measure the height of the car from like the frame rails and went down like this and then compared it to the other side, put a notch, and then moved it down a little bit more, and that like told me the gap. So I don't know, if you don't ever have a tape measure, you need to measure something, you can do that with zip ties. And I just ruined 2 for you. I don't know if you guys can tell, but we went from negative 7.5 degrees of camber in the front to negative 5. Still quite a bit, but this will make my car drive so much better because before it was just plain excessive. I love Subaru sounds. All right, Tommy, so what's the story with your car?
I don't know yet. That's why I don't know yet. Gotta mess with it. Gotta test it out. I said it in my video. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna compression test it. Haven't done it yet.
So you haven't compression tested it yet?
Or leak down because I don't have an air compressor at my house. But we gotta do that to find out what's wrong with it. And yes, fingers crossed that it might just be the turbo, or it's something super simple where I can just get a new short block, or maybe do another swap. Who knows?
Alberto wants some boba. You wanna go get some boba?
Food. I want food.
You would rather get food than boba because we have to pick or choose because boba's gonna close if we get food.
How about we get both?
Okay. Love this stuff. Alberto's addicted. It's like his coffee.
I can't drink coffee.
Alberto, is the pizza big enough for you?
I don't know if I can, it's like a whole pizza but triangular. It's too big.
We had a very productive day, mostly errands running, but I mean, we got the, I don't know what we got done, but you guys do because you just watched the video, but I forget. All I know is my car's aligned now and it drives straight, so I'm happy at him. Nicole, are you in here? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Are you making a baking video? Are you, is it called
I filmed 2 days in a row
Getting Baked with Nicole?
at 420 degrees.
Oh, 20 degrees short.
4:20 p.m. every day.
Oh, okay.
New videos daily. Hey, I filmed 2 days in a row.
I'm proud of you. I told Nicole that like one of the best things as a content creator is to challenge yourself and try to go daily, not necessarily to stay daily, but the whole idea of going daily kind of forces you to improve and become way more efficient in anything like editing wise, filming wise, and be more intentional. So you're not filming stuff that you're gonna end up not using and give yourself more work.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I know. I leave the camera running for so long and I just forget it's there and then I'm like, oh.
Tomorrow, I'm gonna figure out the speaker wiring and stuff. Alberto might come over, I don't know. Gotta tidy up a few little things here and there, but I'm just trying to get the car super dialed so I can beat the absolute crap out of it tomorrow and find anything that can possibly go wrong and make it go wrong tomorrow versus sometime in the summer when I'm on my own and stuff is way harder to fix because I have no idea what I'm doing. Thank you guys for watching. This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I will see you tomorrow with a sweet drifting video. Bye.